I am truly a blessed individual, and I'm very honored to be here speaking with you today. This subject is very dear to my heart. And if you don't remember anything else that I say today, there are two words that I would like you to leave here with. One is gratitude, for we certainly should give thanks for what we have and for those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for us to have. The second word is remember. We should always remember those who have made the ultimate sacrifice so that we can be free. Speaking of gratitude, if you'd all just take 1 second and look up at the beautiful blue skies that God has put for us today to enjoy this celebration. And be thankful. It wasn't long ago when we were talking about how cold it was, and it was too wet to get out on the lawn, right? But look what we've got today. It's beautiful, is it not? So let's take advantage of that, and let's be grateful. Memorial Day was first observed on May 30th, 1868, after being proclaimed by General John Logan, National Commander, the Grand Army of the Republic. Logan's stated purpose for observing the holiday was to gather around the sacred remains of our comrades who died in defense of our country, garland the passionless mountains above them with the choice flowers of springtime, and raised above them the clear old flag they saved from dishonor. Today we honor those men and women who paid the ultimate price for freedom. Today we pause to remember those brave souls who grasped their last breath in the fight to maintain our American way of life. Today, we are humbled by the thousands of service personnel who answered the call of duty until there was no more life left in them to serve. Because of their sacrifices, today and forever, we should always be patriots as we enjoy the heavenly gift of freedom. As a nation, we made a promise that must be kept. To honor our fallen, we should show gratitude for the sacrifices these men and women made. Gratitude, yes. Gratitude, yes. Gratitude. Let us be grateful. We can call ourselves patriots, but we are only patriots if we stand up for and stand by the preemblem of the Constitution. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution of the United States of America. If we are not living by those values, and we call ourselves patriots, we are kidding ourselves. A few weeks ago, in April, while attending the National School Boards Convention in Philadelphia, Judge Tom DeJoe from Brooklyn colleague of mine who sits on the Area 2 BOCES board, and I, we decided to go over to the building where the Liberty Bell is stored, and then to Independence Hall. When we got to Independence Hall, there was a group. They were getting ready to take the tour, and the tour guide said no one else could enter. They were completely full, and there would be no more tickets. The tour guide looked at Tom and myself, and he said, "I have 2 tickets just for you." Tom and I looked at each other in amazement. It was like those 2 tickets were there just for us. We never even had to pay a penny for them. So we were in the right place at the right time. When we walked into Independence Hall, I felt an emotion I had never felt before. And to this day, it is still hard to describe. There was this overwhelming feeling of civic duty, pride, and the feeling that I should do something. I laid my hand on the railing, a railing that separates the desks that our forefathers sat at as they debated over the Constitution. It was like I could almost hear the pounding of the desks as they tried to get their points across. And in my mind, I kept hearing these words: redo, redo, redo. I thought to myself, what does this mean? I told Tom about it, and he said, obviously, we are here for a reason, because those 2 tickets were destined just for us. When I arrived back at the hotel, it hit me. As a nation, we are beginning to pull away from the basic principles of our Constitution. And we all need to revisit Independence Hall, starting with every member of Congress, our president, and our vice president. I realize just being present in that room, it has a positive effect on all citizens. And like anything in life, in order to stay on top of things, we must revisit, remember, and be grateful. The word redo kept coming up in my mind. I believe every member of Congress and all political figures should go back to Independence Hall. Honestly, folks, I had never felt that before. It was a very, very strong emotion. The sacrifices that have been made for us are consistent. As we are grateful and as we remember those servicemen who laid their lives on the line, we should also remember to show gratitude to our forefathers who constructed the Constitution of the United States. Let us be grateful for the great work they did. And let us remember the many sacrifices our fallen heroes suffered so we could have choices in life. Let us remember, freedom is not free. Freedom costs with lives, many lives. It is very solemn. It is very serious. The many sacrifices our fallen heroes suffered, and they were many. Let us remember that someone in everyone's family must be willing to answer the call of duty when called. in order to keep us free. So I propose this question to all of us this morning as we celebrate the ultimate sacrifices our heroes made. What can we do truly to honor the men and women who made those sacrifices? I suggest we best honor our fallen heroes when we prosper the human condition in the towns we live in. Right here in Sheridan. We can start by going back to the old ways when neighbors helped neighbors, when families helped families. We must come back to the realization that we need each other. This is what community means. People coming together, working together for the common good of all. We must set aside our own individual prejudices and realize it is time for all of us to stand up and live by the words of the Constitution, where all men are created equal, endowed by their Creator, and should have the same opportunities. This is so important because we never know where the next brilliant idea will come from that may revolutionize our entire world. It only takes one good, solid idea to change the world. Look what Thomas Edison did. He tried 999,000 times to perfect the light bulb. On his 10,000th time, he brought light to the world. And as we teach our students to continue to come up with those ideas, and as we teach our students to always remember the values that were passed on to them from their parents and their grandparents, as we move that philosophy forward, America will become greater and greater. So in closing, as we remember our fallen heroes and show gratitude for the enormous sacrifices they made, let us move forward with a new spirit of American pride for all Americans. Let us never forget, with all its faults, America is still the greatest country on the planet. God bless America. Thank you. Woo!